Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevy.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by Doak Propane. Doak Propane of Bolivar, Missouri. For all your propane needs, see the folks at Doak. Also presented by the Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. It's time for another one of our Chevy dealers of the Ozarks, Athletes of the Week, presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. We go to Maysville High School, and we welcome in the head basketball coach of the Wolverines, Coach Todd Mercer. Coach Mercer, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Coach, off to an outstanding start here, 11-2 on the season. Tell us a bit about your team.
Well, they returned. This is my first year at Maysville. We returned two starters, I guess, off a 25-2 team last year. So very blessed to have a very talented group, and they're great kids. A lot of fun to be around, a lot of fun to coach, and like I say, season's off to a good start. We played some very good competition, and looking forward to the rest of the season with this group.
You know, we're basically over halfway through the season at this point. You're 13 games into, I believe, a 26 or 30 game schedule. I know Michigan's changed the rules a little bit. What do you feel like right now your team is doing really well?
You know, I'll tell you what, our team chemistry, I'm very, very pleased with. They're very unselfish. They support each other, and you know that right now that's one of the things that they play hard. They're coachable. There's a lot of talent here, and like I say, they support each other. And as I said, they're very, very unselfish. Probably one of the most unselfish teams I've coached in a long time, and just makes it fun and just doing some things well and just trying to get better day by day.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned this is your first year there. Kind of tell us a little bit about your background. I know some of it because I was a part of some of it.
Right, yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about your background, and also for the folks maybe not familiar with that area of the state, your conference and what the makeup is, and kind of handicap that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm originally from Stanberry, Missouri, which is about 30 miles from here, but our conference is the Grand River. There's two parts of the Grand River. On our side, there's Gallatin, Marceline, Brookfield, South Harrison, Trenton. Who am I forgetting, Dillon? I think that's it. Yeah, I think there's 8 on our side. Putnam County also, and Milan on our side. So it's a competitive conference. We played 4 conference games so far and have done well there. We've got some obviously 4 more coming up that'll be big games for us. But very good conference, and so far conference season has went real well. As far as where I've been, I moved back up to this area this last year. I was the last 2 years I was at Springfield Greenwood, taught at Greenwood and coached junior high boys basketball. And previous to that, helped at Nixa High School with Jay Osborne and Brock Blansett. And 1 year at that time was BBC, Baptist Bible College, but now it's Mission University. And then that's all after I retired. 13 years before that, I was at Harrisonville for 13 years, the basketball coach. 6 years at Reed Spring, and then 8 years previous to that at Pleasant Hope. So, I've moved back to this area and just very fortunate to land in this spot. Like I say, I'm having a lot of fun.
Well, and I would get in trouble if I didn't tell you that Coach Hicks from Harrisonville, the baseball coach, wanted me to extend congratulations to you on your season up to this point. Thanks a lot of you, and we have had the opportunities to talk on occasion, and I've done some cameo appearances there on 96.5 The Fan out of Kansas City, and he gets to listen in and he'll call me.
Right.
I was telling him I was getting ready to get an opportunity to visit with you, and he wanted me to make sure I told you hello.
Well, please tell him I said hello back. He's a good guy and a heck of a coach.
You bet. Coach, 11-2 on the season, and I'm looking at your district. The record in your district is 64-18. Maybe the toughest district in the state. Kind of handicap that district a little bit. Do you get to see all of those opponents?
We'll see all of them. Well, we actually played Princeton in our jamboree. We'll play 2 or 3 of them, I believe, for that time. Play Gallatin. It's a really good district. Princeton, I believe, is 11-0 right now. I think they're ranked 8th in the state. Gallatin, I believe, is 9-2, and they receive votes for Class 2. West Nottoway has got two really good young guards. Freshmen are good. St. Joe Christian has guys that can shoot it. I think they're 8-4 or 8-5, something like that. Tarkio, East Action has some good young kids. So it's been, and then Albany, I believe those are 7. I don't want to leave anybody out because I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one. Albany is hosting our districts, and we'll see how the rest of the season finishes out, and then take a shot at it. But yeah, it's a very good district, but that's we're looking forward to it. Obviously, we've got about a month and a half before that happens, and we want to continue to improve. And we want to be playing our best basketball at the end of the year, and I think that's still a very good possibility for us.
As I mentioned, this is our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And your own player there sitting beside you, Dillon Willis, has set the all-time career scoring record there at Maysville. Tell us a little bit about Dillon and what makes him special.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's I knew when I interviewed for the job, people told me we had an all-state player back there. Dillon was all-state last year, 3-sport athlete, all-state in baseball as well, plays football, all-conference, all-district in football. Very talented young man, but even a better person. Just had a blast coaching this young man and all our guys, but just he does things right, he works hard, very coachable. Dillon set the record against Mid-Buchanan late December when we were playing them at the Civic Arena. The previous record, I believe, was 1,513 points, and he had 2 free throws to go over that. And he's currently, I think, over 1,600. I don't have the exact totals. He also, 2 weeks after that, had another really, tough thing to do, but recorded his 1,000th rebound in his career. And the greatest thing about Dillon and the senior class, and they have the 3.5 years, I think they're 77-17 over that 3.5 year span. So they expect to be successful, and they put in the work to be successful. Never have to question their effort in practice and games. But Dillon, he's a great young man. He's very active in FFA. I believe the FFA president, aren't you, as well? We were last year? Vice president. Well, but very active in school, and just a great young man, and represents our program really well, and just looking forward to the next month and a half with him and the rest of our team.
Very good. Well, Dillon, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you.
First off, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. And Coach Mercer just promoted you there from VP to president, so maybe that's inauguration.
He would be a good one.
Inauguration Monday. So
there you go.
We'll see what happens. But Dillon, tell us a little bit about your game, what position you play, kind of what your roles and responsibilities are, and maybe some of what you believe your strengths to be.
Well, I've always played inside the 5 or the 4 position, so I just look to get a lot of rebounds and post up and look for good kickouts to my guards to see if they can knock down shots.
Let's go back to that Mid-Buchanan game. Did you realize that you were approaching the school record?
Yeah. I mean, people had been talking about it, so I had a pretty good idea.
Did you know when you hit that free throw that was the record, or were you aware of it?
Yeah, I was.
Very good. Very good. Do you know or had acquaintance with the young man whose record you broke?
Yeah, I have. I've met him a couple times, actually. He's a really great guy.
How much older? I mean, about what year would he have set that record?
I believe it was the 1960s. The record was over 50 years old. I want to say 66, but I may be off a year or two. But it's been a while.
Wow. Well, that's impressive. That is impressive. Tell me about the position you play. Is that something you've always played? I mean, obviously you've had a lot of floor time, going back to your freshman year, maybe even have started all 4 years. But is this the position you played the entire time?
Yeah, I've always been the 4 or 5, the main post guy. I mean, even since elementary, a couple classmates of mine have always been good guards, so they handled the ball, and I've just worked inside.
Very good. Have you ever had the opportunity maybe where you maybe go over to Coach Mercer and say, "Hey, I'd like to maybe play the 2"? Or
it happens more than what you would think, or shoot the 3, or you know what? The thing is, he can shoot it too. I mean, he's got good range. So one of these games he may break it out. Hopefully it's just the right time, you know.
Dillon, as you come into this season, did you have any personal or team goals? You know, coming off a very good record a year ago at 25-2, what were your personal or team goals coming into the 24-25 season?
Yeah, well, last year we came one game short of winning the conference, so I think we all knew that was one that we wanted to try to get this year. And then us seniors are just really looking forward to working with this team and trying to get a district win. It's going to be tough. We got a really hard district, but we're just going to try to enjoy it all and see how far we can go.
Bill, as you look back over your career and it, you know, even at my age, I can remember games at the high school, you know, baseball, basketball, football. I can remember collegiate football games, baseball games, and there are games that stand out that I'd like to go back and play again. Games that you look back on, and maybe it's a Plattsburgh game from a year ago, or maybe it's a game where you had a huge game. Maybe you had a really fun night. Are there games you look back at, man, I'd like sure like to go back and play that one again?
Yeah, right once you started talking about that Plattsburgh game immediately popped into my head. I've never experienced something like that, seeing this gym that packed. And, yeah, we came up a little short. I think we'd all love to play that game again, try to come out on the other side of it. Very
good. Dillon, if you could get in a time machine and go back to that Dillon Willis who was an eighth grader and give yourself some advice based on what you know right now as a senior, whether it would be getting the weight room more, getting the gym more, what advice would you give yourself based on what you know right now as a senior?
Well, getting in the weight room, that's an easy one. I mean, you can always get stronger, and that's just going to help you be a better overall athlete.
Yeah. It's, you know, and I've had a lot of people say, hey, don't be so hard on myself, or, you know, don't, or enjoy the moment, you know, hey, you know, enjoy the time that you're in. Don't look back. Don't look forward. I mean, are those things you think about?
Yeah. I mean, this 4 years, it seems like your whole life you're just looking forward to it, and then it goes by really fast. So,
yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah. Still feel like I'm just a young freshman trying to earn a spot on the team, and here I am halfway through my senior year. So
now being a senior, you know, have you made a decision on what you're going to be doing next year? Have you know, at least entertained the idea?
Yeah, I've entertained the idea. Talking to a few basketball coaches at the next level to see what they got to offer.
Outstanding. Well, once again, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named an Athlete of the Week. And I have one more question, and I am a mandated reporter for the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Do you always wear your seatbelt?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Dillon, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. Coach Mercer, as always, it was great to catch up with you. And, you know, I finally remember those times where we got to spend time together. I can remember, you know, Brad Roten and, you know, those guys, Jay Osborne and those guys hanging around. Darren Archer, who's part of
a lot of good memories.
They are indeed. And, again, I greatly appreciate you helping set this up. Hey, best of luck as you go forward. And, hey, maybe we'll get the team on as you head into districts, get, you know, 4 or 5 of the guys, maybe bring your seniors in and kind of let them talk and introduce themselves to the state of Missouri.
That'd be awesome. We'd love that.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, good luck the rest of your season. Hey, you guys, hey, God bless, and we will talk to you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
After these messages from the Missouri Sports Network.
Hi, I'll have the avocado toast minus the avocado.
So, toast.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive these days.
Hey, Chevy gets it. That's why they're keeping prices down to earth, like on the most affordable EV in America. A super strong and capable Chevy truck. And a high-tech Chevy SUV. Why is Chevy making affordable vehicles connected by OnStar? It's so together, we can do more.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support for life. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate.